Hello and welcome back to Alpha Tauri. We're here for the second race of the second season here on F1 Manager 23. If you've not watched the first video from Bahrain, I very much suggest you click on the link in the description below and watch that now. Because, spoilers, it went a lot better than I was anticipating. I don't really have much to add for Saudi Arabia. There's no car news. But I should say before we get going, uploads for Season 2 onwards of this are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. There'll no longer be a Wednesday one. I do have a Football Manager experiment that I'm working on, and as soon as I've got all the parts of that done, that will probably fill in the Wednesday slots going forward. But that Wednesday slot is essentially just if I've got something I want to put in there, I will. Otherwise, it's off. It's partially to help give me a little bit more time for streams, so therefore I can kind of split my time a little bit more effectively on this. You'll still be getting 4 races a week, which makes this quite neat because you get 24 videos in a season, including the season preview. So that's 6 weeks a season. Nice and simple. But yeah, unsurprisingly, they are delighted with that first race, and we are on course for that already. Literally every part of my car development situation needs refurbishing, by the way. The situation has come to pass, and by the way, the wind tunnel was actually the cheapest of all of them. Everything else is 2.5 million to refurbish. Frontier, balance this please, because we literally do not have the money to be able to do everything. And that's not we should be able to do everything. There should be a balance to it, of course. There should be a trade-off. There is literally no money to put into any of them, really. I could do 2 now and still be above the threshold financially. I'll just refurb those middle 2 and be done with it. Still loses with 2 million in the bank for the time being, but it's impossible. So I did the merchandising the way I did so we get more money over the course of the season rather than up front, so that I can help better mitigate this problem. Hopefully that money will actually help that situation. I think just because we didn't have the merchandising in year 1 for whatever reason, we might have a better cash flow this year, in theory. So maybe that won't be quite as a dramatic problem towards the end of the season as it was last season. We move on. And of course, refurbishing doesn't go towards cost caps, so that's not a problem. But that's it. We'll see you for qualifying in a moment. Well, practice is done and relatively smooth. Hulkenberg caused a red flag in practice 1, and that was that, really. Zhou Guanyu slowest in the last one, which is a little surprising considering how competent he was in the qualifying in Bahrain, but kind of vaguely on par for our 2 drivers. I always make sure the last run is kind of a representative run. I am being a little bit more conservative with all of the other practice sessions, but last run on soft tyres, representative, so kind of in the ballpark. No issues for our drivers overall. Snowden might get a lovely toe off of Alonso and Hamilton. I think he may have done because he went 1.5 tenths faster than Alex. And now there's a red flag. It's Alpine or whoever that is at the back. Williams. Oh, it's unsurprising. I'm not fully certain what happened there. He seemed to lose the rear end after he was round the corner. Oh, we got our times in, so. But now we just wait for everyone else to do their laps and see where we kind of filter in. Obviously, De Vries is one less problem. He did get out of Q1 last time, I think. I think both Williams ended up going out in Q2. Okay, early concerning. Zhou Guanyu faster. That 20th of 20 in practice, not representative, it seems. Just feel like everyone's only going to be doing 1 lap for the most part, though. Haas is going for a second run, the Ferrari going for a second run for some reason. But looks like Verstappen and Stroll are settling for 1 run and 1 run only. We've got to assess this situation, because Norris, clearly not representative. Verstappen and Stroll yet to do their time, so we'll assume they'll go faster, which puts Albon 12th, and the cutoff will be effectively 5 tenths. I think we're feeling that the Saubers are comfortably slower, Piastri is comfortably slower, Norris is a wild card. So it's whether or not we feel that both Hasses are comfortably slower than Albon. I also don't think there's a comfortable space for Albon to get out here. I think Tsunoda's fine. I'm going to risk it with Tsunoda, I think. Well, it's too late now anyway. Oh, Piastri's gone 10th. He's behind Tsunoda, crucially, but that kind of makes Albon necessary then. Hopefully he can get past these 3 before he starts his flying lap. And he has done. We'll just go on regular board with him just to... There's 1 vehicle ahead of him. Whether they're starting a flying lap or finishing a flying lap, I don't know yet. But either way, it's only 1 obstacle. I think they're done. How is Perez doing? No, it's a Haas. There is a Haas doing... Is a Haas doing a flying lap is what's ahead of us, so we'll get a nice little toe off them, actually. Ocon went ahead of Tsunoda as well, I've just realised. I think Ocon went ahead, and I think Zhou Guanyu went faster still. There's Verstappen's representative lap time. Oh, please get past this Mercedes. It does concern me that none of the people behind us were taking the checkered flag, but the fact that Ocon went faster is marginally concerning. I think that Sauber is done. That does not look like it's on a flying lap. So that's 1 definitely. Piastri definitely, of course. Albon didn't improve. But thankfully, it's only Norris and Magnussen to go, so provided only one of them go faster. Oh, I think Norris is done. Norris was ahead on track. I don't know what happened with Norris. Doesn't mean this is a rare occasion where Oscar Piastri out-qualifies Lando, but I genuinely don't know what happened to him. Or really, what happened to our drivers. The week 1 pace seemingly evaporating there. I can only hope it was hindrances for Alex there. That were more of a hindrance than they looked. 128.6 and a 128.7. That seems more representative considering Hamilton's just gone in 1/10 faster. Nearly 2. Ocon the last of the 15 to do a lap. 12th for him. We're going to assume there's more from Gasly. We're going to assume there's more from Ocon. There's definitely more from Sainz, of course, and Zhou Guanyu seems to be weirdly competent now, so we certainly don't feel safe. I think Zhou Guanyu's doing his flying lap now, though. I'm just looking at the track, and if we do a flying lap, if we get them out now, Piastri's on an in lap. I think we get Albon into this gap between Hamilton and Verstappen. Hamilton's also on an in lap. It doesn't mean Verstappen's going to be in the way, but there's not much we can do about that. We'll go on board with Yuki Tsunoda is in more peril because Piastri's gone faster than him somehow. It's worth saying, of course, those two are on in laps anyway, so they'll peel into the pits. While Albon might get a little bit caught on them in the hairpin there, they're going to be peeling into the pits regardless. So there's Piastri and Hamilton done. And I think Zhou Guanyu might be done as well. He is. But everyone else behind them are on flying laps, as is Russell ahead. So now it's a straight shootout between Albon. Oh, there goes someone. There's Sainz going where he probably should be. 5th. So yeah, now it's a straight shootout between Albon, Tsunoda, Ocon, Hülkenberg and Gasly. Along with Piastri, who's obviously he's already finished. But it's 2 from those 5 that are going to make it. Albon in the driving seat, quite literally now. Tsunoda with something to make up. He's done a slower first sector. Alexander Albon's done a faster first sector. That's not the one I wanted to go faster, really. As Yuki Tsunoda's going to have to deal with whoever that is. One of the Astons. I don't think Yuki Tsunoda's going to go any faster here. Alexander Albon across the line ahead. Shaves another 7 100ths off. And Yuki Tsunoda finds 25 thousandths and stays 11th. Still Ocon, Hülkenberg and Gasly to go, so there's still a chance that neither of our drivers get through. Just realised I did that entire thing from the right-hand side there, but I had a weird thing, by the way, beforehand, where there was no sort of mandatory sponsorship stuff. There was none of the ones that are locked in at the top, so I had to put them in more manually, so they all come with a risk. There goes Gasly into 10th. I mean, Tsunoda 12th and Albon in the top 10. Much better qualifying from Oscar Piastri this weekend. Maybe it suits the car a little bit more, but he's gone from 17th to 11th. Meanwhile, Esteban Ocon and Hülkenberg have had back-to-back 14th and 15th respectively. Weirdly consistent in the first 2 race weekends, those two. But Alex into the top 10. Doesn't mean his soft tyres are going to be somewhat more limited during the race, but it is a one-stop medium to hard, I think, for the AI. Or soft to medium, if I remember rightly here. Because we got mugged off a little bit in that respect at our first attempt here, which I think I did the first attempt here actually on the Haas save, so I didn't get mugged off here for Tauri. Because I was aware of that strategy error that the game tries to provide you with for the race. 129.2 is not good. His fastest lap was a 128 something, so I know that's definitely slow. Yeah. The good news is he's held up with this Aston Martin the entire way. Poor Fernando. Apologies for that. So realistically slowest of the 10 as things stand on the assumption Alonso will get a clean lap in later. No one coming out particularly early for their last run. Probably about a second. Probably about 30 seconds, a little too early. Just going to hold off a little bit longer because I just want to be the head of this little group, really. I don't want to catch that first Red Bull. I've done it wrong. Unless he can get past both of these, I've done it wrong. Oh, he has got past them, actually. I left it way too late, it seems. But, yeah, he's cleared those two, thankfully. And now we're going to hold him up for the lap. It's not Alonso again, is it? No. But on board with Alex. If those Ferraris aren't on a flying lap, are they going to get to the line in time? They're already on the flying lap, apparently. Oh no, they literally just caught it. They literally just got there. Ferrari nearly Ferrari'd it. George across the line stays 7th. One of the Red Bulls is next. I don't know which one. That's Max Verstappen, who marginally improves by actually about a 10th and a half. But Alex will be next. And he's done 2 faster sectors as well, which kind of expected. Fell a little way off the pace on the first run. But he's dragged 2 people with him here, which will be Gasly, of course, because that's the only Alpine, and Stroll. But he goes 7th. Gasly doesn't improve, Stroll doesn't improve, probably because he's been stuck behind Alex all up. But I think these two are fighting a little bit more aggressively, just between themselves. But here comes Alonso to reclaim probably 5th. 7th. It's not great from Fernando. Hamilton didn't improve, so can either the Ferraris ruin the Red Bull party as they go across the line in tandem, weirdly? No. So, 1-2, 1-2. Lewis, the 2 Aston Martins, and George weirdly off it actually as well. He did put in a much slower Q3. That was actually Alex's best lap time as well, by a hefty margin. Fernando had more in his tank. He did 128.0, 127.8, and then a 128.2, or 3, really. Fernando could have been 4th with his best time. I feel a bit sad there. Alright, so the one thing we do know is that we can actually do a one-stop, soft to medium. It is viable. The AI will do it, so we shall as well. Actually, just because I know we will burn the tyres a little bit harder early on. Actually, Alex is marginally better. I might get him in first. I don't really know how high... In terms of incidents here, I don't know whether... I think I'll take one out, but I feel like it's not going to be too much pushing here. I do feel like incidents are relatively common.
It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Off we go then. Everyone kind of staying largely where they were. Albon is having a go at Fernando Alonso, actually, but not making that... Oh, no, he has made it. Oh, actually, he's got Hamilton as well in a slightly odd move. So Hamilton's fallen 2 places. Alex is up 2 places as things stand. As far as I can tell, no one else has shifted. Ocon's got Zhou Guanyu. Ocon's now got Tsunoda as well. Majority of the top 10 on mediums and majority of the bottom 10 on softs. We're actually seeing the Ocon overtake, but we don't get to watch Alex go past either of the 2 drivers that he overtook. Bit of a dive bomb from Esteban, but I suppose that's valid. It's actually having to go Piastri. Ocon's on a mission in Saudi, but obviously everything gets pushed on these first 2 laps. Russell does not have fresh tyres on, and Verstappen doesn't have entirely fresh tyres either. He's just like 2% worse. I don't know how that was achieved, but Alex on the rear of Lance Stroll, which is always a combination I look forward to. Considering I had 2 videos called Lance Stroll is a moron towards the end of last season. Yeah, not looking forward to this, although he's having a go at Sainz, who is on mediums. Ocon's gone all the way to 10th. He started 14th. Zhou Guanyu struggling to hold on. Is he on? No, he's on softs as well. Bottas the only medium runner down there. But we've got to continue pushing everything until DRS activates, which actually isn't until the second half of next lap, really. But we literally run out of DRS if we don't turn it off. So Stroll having a much bigger go at Sainz this time round, which has got Alex in their gearbox as well for good measure. And now he's having to go at Stroll round the outside before DRS activates, which is a bit of a surprise. Why is Alex so feisty in these races? Alex is like a completely different driver this season. Don't get me wrong, he was good season 1, but he's not getting size as well, but that's more the mediums and the DRS. But we're going to have to stop pushing the fuel, obviously, and the tyres probably come soon as well. I mean, this is ridiculous. We can't keep this up, though. It's unachievable to keep this up. So now we plummet. Oh, Tsunoda got Gasly. I just missed that notification. Piastri has been dropped by Ocon, which is what's going on here. Gasly's on mediums as well. Trying to get these tyre temperatures down first. Unsurprisingly, Sainz got Albon the next time there was DRS involved, but I think maybe even on 3 push, as long as we've got DRS, we might be okay. Oh yeah, we really pushed those well above their temperature windows. That's not going to have helped them at all. But everyone else is going to be in the same boat. I think we probably just pushed them a little bit longer than everyone else. By about 3 or 4%. We should sort of roughly get in around the same time. And we are quite remarkably holding on to Sainz. So I want to say thank you to the Ferrari for being on mediums, because that is making our life a lot easier. As he gets him again, but overtakes him before the detection point, like an idiot. So now Lance Stroll's got him. And there's a yellow flag as... Oh, no. Well, it says Yuki's messed up. He says he's messed up, but Piastri's got the penalty, and Yuki actually seems to be fine. Yeah, he's just donked him there. Now, out of curiosity, does that affect Yuki Tsunoda's confidence? Because he's the one who's just been thumped. It did thump his confidence, but that might be rear wing, side pod suspension, all minor damage. Oh, he has got rear wing damage. How has he got rear wing damage? He thumped him on the side. I think that's Yuki's race over. That's the kind of damage that loses you like half a second a lap, minimum. I might have to retire Tsunoda. We'll see what his relative pace is going forward, but I think I might need to retire him. Obviously, his tyres are essentially gone as well. Perhaps he's now last with a penalty, but there's not really a lot we can do with Yuki. I have a feeling he's just not going to have pace. Although he stayed within the DRS of Hulkenberg. Interesting that regular 3 is still overheating. He actually straight in the pits. I presume he just destroyed his tyres in the process. Car parts. Just trying to get these temperatures down at all is a problem. Sainz is weirdly off the pace. Like, Stroll's gone away now. De Vries has got Tsunoda, but Tsunoda's staying with them. He's not being lost by them, which is the kind of good bit there. But he might have to go onto hards or be like really conservative on mediums. I'll try and get him as much sensible tyre wear as possible. I think realistically we can probably do it from lap 18. Oh, Alonso just came through as well. I didn't even notice that one. I think actually Yuki Tsunoda's weirdly getting relatively close to his regular lap. He somehow actually made a good deal of this, as Ocon's now just gone straight through as well. Albon's dropping like a stone, and I don't really know why. Where are we on track? Yuki Tsunoda's going to have to come in this lap, isn't he? It's going to be 1 lap early for Yuki, but we'll get the fastest pit stop in at least. Even if we do have to retire him later on. Yeah, Alex is just dropping like a stone. I don't really know why. Everyone started doing 132s and 133s, and Alex is doing 135s all of a sudden. Why is he on rarely defend? That might explain it. We'll get Alex in on this lap. All right, so Alex comes out of the pits. Forgot to really focus on that, but he comes out of the pits with Russell, a little bit behind Russell, unfortunately, but Tsunoda's come out ahead of Hulkenberg on the tail of Ricciardo, who hasn't pitted. So that's not too shabby. I think realistically, the tyres are running about 1 or 2 degrees above the threshold, as standard. But we literally cannot push them at all, is the problem. And Alex has been held up by Daniel Ricciardo there, because he's only got him in the last kind of DRS zone, which is not going to help his race at all, as Zhou Guanyu does still come out ahead of him. Close to a second, and Yuki will get within a second, I imagine, over the course of this lap, because he'll have the warmer tyres. But just to prove it, everyone else has gone on to mediums, and now Yuki's got DRS. I think Zhou Guanyu's really going for it on this post-pit stop thing, because with DRS, Yuki is just holding on. He's not really closing, he's just holding on. I know he's damaged, actually, that's probably part of it. How far ahead is Bottas here, by the way? Not far. Alex is still pushing. So anyone on mediums is still out there. I mean, it is worth noting, Gasly on a medium, only kind of 8 seconds net ahead of Albon at this point. So, you know, the undercut is there, but then they're going to be on fresh softs. It's going to be pretty even at the end of the race. Like, both sets of tyres are going to be at similar wears, but that period where they pit onto their fresh softs is going to be massively in favour for the soft runners. So it's kind of all about gaining as much time as we can while they're still on their old mediums. Oh, Zhou Guanyu just drove away from Yuki Tsunoda, doing 1:34.2s. Zhou Guanyu is currently lapping faster than Max Verstappen. Just want to throw that one out there. In case you're wondering why it's impossible to keep up unless you kind of stay doing 5 push the entire time. He's doing 1:32s. Max has now gone faster, but we can't really touch this. I'm not really certain if a 5 push with 3... I'm not really certain if 5 push with curbs, in terms of overall tyre wear, is comparable to the 3. Someone outside the top 10 has made an inroad there. Must be Gasly. But Albon's only about 3 seconds behind Gasly now, so he's going to be almost essentially a full pit stop behind when he does pit. And I presume they'll run to about 30%, so they've got some time to go. Come on, Hamilton comes out ahead of Norris. I was really hoping he'd end up behind him, so there'd be more obstacles. But as it stands, Hamilton is the one directly behind Alex, so we'll be seeing him shortly. Saudi's a bit of an annoying race because you can't really push. And I'm not... It's the kind of race where I'd risk it on maybe a stream one, but for this, say, where every kind of lap matters, I'm not willing to risk it. I would love to see what 5 push with curbs does at Saudi Arabia, whether or not it still allows you the 1 stop. Because I feel like the tyre wear is still more than a regular 3 push. It's just less than a 5. It's probably just under the... It's probably between 3 and 4. Between neutral and aggressive, I think the overall tyre wear representatively. So it obviously extends the tyre wear, but I don't think it extends it beyond where a 3 would do anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, Gasly's now held Alex up to the point where Hamilton is going, hello. I'm kind of hoping he pits now. No, he hasn't. Thanks for being annoying there, Pierre, but it's a highlight. Well, the good news now is Pierre is essentially a full pit stop behind. So he's got to recover an entire pit stop to get Alex again by the end. He's obviously going to be much faster when he does pit, but hopefully now we can maybe hold on to Hamilton a little bit more. No, there's no point even trying. We're outside of a second immediately. Leclerc now pits. Anyone else? Sainz. Sainz and Alonso are yet to pit. Sainz is only 10 seconds ahead of Albon. Alonso, I think, will still manage to pit and come out ahead, which is marginally irritating. But also, I just want to say, Stroll is like legitimately in 3rd. In the space of about 20 laps, Stroll has gained about 22 seconds on Albon in total. Crazy that they were fighting at the beginning, and now he's a full, basically, pit stop ahead. Same strategy, but now 22 seconds ahead. He's essentially a pit stop ahead of his teammate as well, which is slightly weird, because Alonso hasn't pitted yet. Admittedly, Alonso's still on 25% mediums. Gasly is still going on those mediums. Suddenly 10th feels a lot more secure, because they're going to only have 15 laps on their softs, and they've got to recover an entire pit stop in that time, plus more now. Although Norris is coming now. Norris is doing 1:31.8. Norris is going a second and a half faster than us right now. I mean, he's obviously going for it, but not a lot we can do about this. But I guess we've got to push now as well. Might have to recover fuel as well at some point. We've not had an incident. It's worth noting, despite all the damage, Yuki Tsunoda's kind of got away with that. I'm now trying it with Alex because I just want to make sure we stay ahead of Norris, but Norris has still got within a second, irritatingly. Sainz comes out with Zhou Guanyu, which might slow him down. It might speed him up if he gets DRS. Albon barely goes any faster doing 5 push and tyres. Alex went about half a second faster on 5 push with avoiding curbs. Just want to put that out there. Barely made a difference. I do feel like Norris was cooking his tyres there, though. Yeah, he was. Norris was absolutely going for it there. Is Zhou Guanyu going to save our race? Because Sainz still hasn't cleared him, and there's 12 laps to go. I don't know what percentage Alonso was still on those mediums, but he's only just pitted. He's still going to come out ahead, I think, just because of how far ahead they were in the first place. But, like, Zhou Guanyu has seriously just wasted the best of Sainz's tyres. Oh, Alonso actually did come out behind. which is going to make this bit interesting. So Sainz now gets him, but he's used about 10% of his tyres. Alonso actually came out 6 seconds behind Alex. I mean, they're going to get us again, but wait, where's De Vries just come from? Being behind Norris could be the opportunity to conserve fuel. Actually, simultaneously with De Vries as well. We might be able to use this as an opportunity. Gasly's got Tsunoda now as well. Great. I think Tsunoda's on for like 14th, really, if he can get De Vries again. So even while conserving fuel, Alex is getting Norris. But here comes Alonso. We do have to get Norris to get a point, I'm pretty certain. Unless anyone crashes in the top 10, we have to get Norris to get a point. I think Norris is going for it again because he's suddenly just disappeared up the road by a significant margin. So we're at 0.3 now anyway. That's probably enough to recover over the last few laps anyway. Is Tsunoda lapped? No. And I don't think he will be either. But De Vries and Tsunoda are swapping places now. Constantly. Alonso has now joined our party with Alex. So we'll refocus on this. Alonso could be a problem. I'm not fully certain Sainz will get caught up. I mean, if he does a few push laps at the end, he probably will. But yeah, we are tracking slightly under here, which isn't helpful. I kind of almost want to let Alonso through here. Sainz will catch. But Yuki Tsunoda goes for Norris. But Alex goes for Norris first. And Fernando trying every which way to get past there. I think Alex has made the mistake of overtaking before the detection point. But holds Norris off. In fact, now Norris is the one behind everyone. So hopefully you can probably let Alonso through here. Oh, that's the wrong highlight. That's De Vries and Tsunoda. Not a lot we can do about this. Yuki Tsunoda's wounded. Actually, I do want to check something with Yuki Tsunoda. Gearbox took a clocking and that's it. So not too much damage, but still a little bit of an irritation. Right, so that's Alonso through Albon. Helpful, because now he'll have DRS for the next couple of straights. No, just this next one. Wait, he wasn't even within the detection point for that lap and that lap alone. That feels weird. 5 laps to go and we're still only just about to gonna do it, I think. What are Norris's tyres like? 50% somehow. Somehow saved like 3%. Sainz is through and pulled us through that straight. So now we just need to hold up Norris to maintain a point. De Vries and Tsunoda continue fighting. Tsunoda's only just about going to make the end of this race, I think. We've got 3 laps to recover 0.1 of a kilogram of fuel as well, so that should be fine. Is Tsunoda now in danger of being lapped? Yes, 3 laps and there's Max Verstappen behind him on the road. It would require 6 seconds in about 3 laps though. Our saving grace might be DRS here with Norris because our tyres are going. So Max Verstappen has just started lap 49. We've just started lap 48. I'm going to go light because I don't want him to overtake on this lap. He went for it anyway, but Yuki Tsunoda is now in positive fuel as well, which means we should get it with Albon. Max Verstappen starts the final lap as Yuki Tsunoda is fighting Nick De Vries. Max Verstappen is probably about to enter camera frame behind, and I think they might just be fine. I'm surprised Alex Albon's not got that tiny bit of fuel back yet. There we go. Right, final lap. Not pushing anything. Just going to wait. All right, so Max has just finished, so we've still got to finish this lap with both drivers. Deploy from here, Alex. Go for it. Alex, I need you to get this point. Use whatever's remaining of these tyres. You've got this one DRS section to do it, because I don't really think you're going to have the next one. Norris might be able to have a little go at you back again here, but come on, Alex! Come on, Alex! They will have DRS open, but it's all about getting to the line first. I think he's done it. He's done it. We'll watch the overtake on the final corner. Oh, we had to really manage that on the last couple of laps, making sure Alex stayed behind at the crucial point, making sure he didn't use any extra resources. Yuki Tsunoda now similarly doing the same just for pride against Nick De Vries. Round the outside of Nick De Vries, that's an interesting route of taking it, but unfortunately Nick De Vries will have the DRS and this is going to be a much easier one for him to get back in a drag race to the line. Oh, he's just done it. This is really good work. So both our drivers claim somebody on the line, but Yuki kind of thrust into a race he probably shouldn't have been in, and Alex vanished, essentially. Yeah, Max is turning into real-world Max. I just don't understand Lance Stroll in that race, because he suddenly just ended up so much faster than everyone else. Barring the Red Bulls, of course. Charles Leclerc joined him there, but Lando Norris is becoming the Yuki Tsunoda of this game world. He's had back-to-back 11ths. So, unfortunate for them, but Alex steals a point. I mean, he did start 8th. Whilst he was running 5th early on, it does feel like a bit of a step back that he finished up 10th, but he did start 8th. He just had a very good start. So, realistically, he let through Ocon and George. George started behind him, which, fair enough. Ocon had a ridiculous start and then maintained it. Sergio Perez keeps picking up the fastest laps, 2 from 2, so he gets 38 points total now, but Lance Lewis overtakes Sainz. George overtakes Alex, but unsurprising. Fernando gets his first points, as does Ocon, which pushes Yuki and Pierre down, but still plenty without points. And we drop to a more natural position of 5th. Our target is 6th for the year, by the way. We are fighting effectively Alpine, I think, over the course of this season. Oh, Yuki Tsunoda had an error on his pit stop. I didn't even see that. All right. So just the win for Alex then. Why is Yuki Tsunoda missing a front wing? So he only damaged these two. We do have a new suspension incoming, by the way, but it's not been manufactured. And I don't think it will be manufactured before Japan. So I think we got kind of a neutral one on that. They just lost a bit of affinity. Apparently there's a bit of a tension between Tsunoda and Spiny. Don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it, but just straight up failed its inspection somehow 2 races in, even though they should average at least 3. Like, Alex's is the same one, and it's on 41%, yeah. Yuki's failed. I don't know what happened there. There was a little bit of a gap before. Actually, we will have 2 suspensions in before Australia, so we will be able to put them on. They just don't complete their production until after Australia. Also, meanwhile in the background, I feel like I should bring this up, but Ferrari have acquired Jean-Pierre Lambiase and Peter Bonington, the 2 most iconic race engineers, being Max's and Lewis's. I'm scouting them because at some point we will probably try to acquire them, but not yet. Obviously, they're not interested as things stand. But I think it's weird that Ferrari have got both of them now. Ours are down here. Oh, Xavier Marcos Padros is a free agent. He's 85, which does make him better than Spinny. Hamalan we continued for another couple of years, unfortunately, so his cost of brake is a little bit higher. But such a marginal upgrade is not worth the braking fee on Spinny. But someone like Ben Michel, maybe, at 88. Also, inexplicably, Enrico Cardile is a free agent, which is a tad annoying because we just signed Dan Fallows. So I can't break his contract. And he's so much better. And he's interested. I don't know what happened there. For some reason, Ferrari just picked up Simone Resta. For no reason. I mean, total Ferrari of that, but sure. Anyway, that's it from Saudi. Australia, the last of the 3 races which are in the same order as they were last year, because the real world schedule changes after that, so does mine. We do Australia, and then we round off this week with the Japanese Grand Prix at the much earlier round 4. If you enjoyed this race, it was a fight to the line. Kind of like those ones. Until next time, thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed this race, it was a fight to the line. I enjoy those ones. If you did too, like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal by now. It's the first time I mentioned this. It's the first time I've ever said this, but I had a look. 83% of people who view this aren't subscribed. 83. Yes, please fix that. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, ta-ra.